Imagine darkness, the hush before the storm, and then 55 minutes that shook an entire fandom. This is the story behind rumors, whispers, and a recording that exploded onto the internet. What really happened in those 55 minutes? Who leaked it? And what truths can survive the flames of speculation? It began, as so many scandals do, with a rumor. A voice recording, allegedly of Lee Min-ho, or associated with him, was claimed to have been made public. The title spread fast, 55 minutes of private audio. The hidden core. The explosive revelations. Fans gasped, media jumped, and social feeds lit up. But behind the clickbait headlines, a tangled web twisted deeper than most realized. The first reports claimed that the recording contained intimate conversations, confessions, private admissions. The content was described as shocking, a side of Lee Min-ho nobody had ever seen. Some posts insisted the 55 minutes revealed clandestine relationships, secret promises, even betrayals. Others cautioned, it could be faked, manipulated, doctored. In the chaos between truth and lie, the rumor itself became its own force. As the recording began circulating, or at least claims of its circulation, Lee Min-ho's agency responded swiftly. They denied everything, that no such recording existed, that no such leak had their approval, that any content out in the wild was likely malicious fabrication. The agency's statement was firm and cold: "We are investigating all legal measures." They asserted his privacy had been violated. Immediately, speculation exploded. Who would benefit from such a leak? Was this a smear campaign by rivals? A rogue staffer gone wrong? A desperate attempt to generate buzz? Some fans whispered of internal industry politics, hidden grudges, or jealous rivals using the recording as a weapon. Then came the first cracks in the narrative. Independent analysts and audio forensics experts weighed in. They claimed to have found unnatural cuts, abrupt silences, sudden shifts in tone. The flow of conversation felt disjointed. In some places voices seemed modulated or overlapped. Some sections sounded like stitching, spliced from disparate sources. A few experts speculated AI-based voice synthesis or heavy editing. The more they listened, the less coherent it became. As doubts grew about the authenticity, another twist emerged: a figure from Lee Min-ho's inner circle, a former manager, a staff member, quietly issued a denial, stating they never recorded, shared, or authorized anything. They refused to be implicated. They said they were being dragged into a scandal they never touched. Meanwhile, fans divided into camps. Some adamantly believed the recording was real, that this was the side of Lee Min-ho hardly anyone dared mention. They said the hush in K-drama circles, the polished image, perhaps they masked deep secrets. Others insisted it was a fake, a trap, a slanderous forgery intended to damage his reputation. Across forums, threads ran. Late into the night, arguments rising and falling like tides. Then the tipping point, a counter-release. A purported original master file, or at least a higher fidelity version, was leaked to a few select analysts under NDA. These analysts claimed that when comparing waveforms, metadata, and timestamps, the official 55-minute version seemed to diverge, edits inconsistent, background noise anomalies, sudden gaps. One engineer allegedly said, "It's as if someone built a script first, then generated audio around it." The claim was that the 55 minutes were a constructed narrative, not a spontaneous conversation. Public opinion swayed. Some media outlets published retractions, noting that the evidence of tampering was strong. Social media watchers called it a smear job. Lee Min-ho's name, once again, stood at the precipice of scandal, but this time as a possible victim rather than a perpetrator. In parallel, the wind blew in other rumors. Some suggested that the leak was timed to overshadow a new project release of his. Others speculated that certain agencies or entertainment power brokers had used this as leverage. Conspiracy threads claim that even the leak itself was designed to be refuted, a false flag to distract from something else. The more the rumor mill churned, the murkier the waters became. Through it all, Lee Min-ho remained mostly silent. His public appearances were carefully scripted, only the most neutral statements issued. He focused on work, letting his fans rally behind him. His legal team quietly filed takedown requests for the recording, demanded removal from platforms, and threatened defamation suits against channels that hosted or reposted it. One particularly dramatic moment, a popular fan vlog channel played a few seconds of the recording in a reaction video. Within hours, that video was down, replaced by a takedown notice. The channel owner posted an apology, claiming they didn't know it was illegal or harmful. That disappearance only fueled more speculation. What was in those few seconds that they were so desperate to hide? At this point, the 55 minutes became more legend than substance. Few had heard the full version. Many only saw excerpts, transcripts, or commentaries. The recording itself drifted in fragments, quoted in articles, dissected by fans, then removed again. The back and forth continued, authenticity claimed, authenticity denied. Then a broader question emerged: even if the recording were fake, what harm had it done? Lee Min-ho's reputation, carefully built over years, had been dragged into mud. The scandal had opened spaces for rumors about his personal life, relationships, motives. The damage was not in the audio itself, but in the ripples it sent through fandom, media, and public trust. Around this time, a few veteran entertainment lawyers and privacy law specialists began to weigh in. They noted that under the laws of many countries, distributing private recordings without consent can be. Lee Min-ho's image, though bruised, survived. But the stain remains, the story of 55 minutes that may never have existed, yet caused real damage. What, then, is the truth behind that leaked recording? We may never know fully. The strongest case is that it was manipulated, spliced, perhaps engineered by someone with motive. The defense by his agency and the audio analyst report suggest heavy falsification. But shadows persist. Some voices claim pieces are real, that among the fakes there are kernels of truth. Ultimately, this is a cautionary tale about fame, privacy, rumor, technology, and the fragility of reputation. In an age where voice replication, audio editing, and viral content can weaponize falsehood, it becomes harder to trust what we hear. If you've stuck with this narration, here's what you can do: share this, comment your thoughts, subscribe. Did I mention subscribe? So you don't miss future deep dives into celebrity scandals, the hidden stories, and how much fiction masquerades as truth. This is the story of Lee Min-ho, the shocking 55 minutes, a story not just about a recording, but about who controls the narrative, who claims truth, and what remains when the dust settles.